All right, guys, welcome to step 2 of how to form your LLC in Missouri in order to start buying rental properties. Step 1 was just trying to figure out how to make sure that the name that you want to name your LLC is available. I'll put a link to that down below in the description. But step number 2, this is exactly what I did next after I figured out my name that I wanted to use and made sure that it was available, is actually finding a registered agent. So as a remote investor, I do not actually have a physical address or live in the state of Missouri. And Missouri, for those of you that don't know, requires having a registered agent. A registered agent is basically a physical address within the state that acts on your behalf for the business. And basically they just receive mail. If there was ever, fingers crossed, if there was ever a lawsuit or anything like that, this is the business address that would receive that mail, on behalf of the business. And so, obviously, not living in the state, I don't have an address, so registered agent services are available online. These are different services that you can find online that actually have physical addresses, physical mailing addresses that will act on your behalf for the business. And so the biggest part about registered agents is that this is where they actually form your LLC. So I actually use this very top result. Let me just say what you guys are going to want to do first is go to Google. If you just type in Missouri registered agent and just look through the list of results here. I actually use this one right here, Northwest registered agent. I just want to make it very clear that I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I'm not sponsored by them. I just use them. Their services have been great, very straightforward, very easy to use. So I'll click on them just to show you guys an example. But when you click on them, you guys can see here all of the services that they have, all for only $125 per year, which I can personally attest to. My 1-year renewal for my LLC is actually coming up here, so I'll have to pay that $125 again. But really, it's very simple to get it started. You just have to put in your personal information here. Company name is what you will want to name your LLC. First name, last name, phone number, your mailing address, and all that, and you basically just go through the steps one by one. So you can actually see here, they have the option for where it says haven't formed your company yet. Hiring a registered agent isn't the same as forming a company. They can help with all the state fees and everything. So that's actually where you'll want to click form my company. So nobody wants to do it themselves. I personally used this registered agent to form my company for me, paid them all of the fees and everything like that. I think it was a couple $100s at most to get everything up and running. They sent me all the documents. They don't actually own the company. They put all of their information in on your behalf for the company, and then you pay for the service, which then gives you the right to the LLC. So this is my registered agent. It's very simple, very straightforward. I use Northwest Registered Agent. You guys may have heard of some of the bigger ones like LegalZoom, for example. I haven't looked too much into them. But you basically just go through the steps, get your company formed, have them create your company for you, and get all the documents sent over. So the documents that they can do are the articles of organization and the operating agreement. I believe it might be a little bit extra fee on top of that just for them to do it one time. But once it's done, then you just have to pay the annual renewal fee. But it's very simple, very straightforward. Like I said, it's required in the state of Missouri. So you have to have it if you want to have your LLC active and legitimate. But it's very easy. I think it took 1 or 2 business days for them to actually get everything inputted, and sent over all the documents. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next step.